Christian university is being investigated by the federal government for possible human trafficking violations. Wow. I looked at this story. This is Olivet University. It's a Christian college. It's not well known. I hate to even throw the word Christian college around it. It's not really.
It's a different
It's a different kind of Christianity when you take a look at this. Labor trafficking, human trafficking, sex trafficking, you name it. It seems to be connected up in some way.
Yeah, and what's really devastating about this story is that you have these students, because that's what they were doing. They were recruiting students from Korea, from China, saying, hey, come over here. We're going to give you these student visas. You know, you can come to our college. You can maybe make a better life for yourself. They get over here, and then they just ship them off to work these, below minimum wage jobs, obviously. They get paid pennies on the dollar. And then they never follow through. They never even track where these people were being shipped to. Mm-hmm. And that's what this whole thing is starting to look like. This really was just a massive criminal front for human trafficking.
As you look at this story, Newsweek came out with this story.
Yeah.
Now, I was really interested in that because Newsweek, one of the owners of Newsweek, is directly tied to this Christian university. I mean, not only that, but the other 50% that it controls this university is a guy named Dev Pragad. He's the one that has the Jang's Christian sect. It is a weird Christian sect. And so you got 50% owned by the people that, any way you cut it, somebody knew what was going on. And Newsweek's in the middle trying to say, oh, well, we have the high ground because we're reporting it. No, they're not reporting it because of high ground. They're reporting it because they've been caught. Listen, 2 years ago, these folks were fined $1,700,000 for fraud and money laundering. And now this is surfacing.
Well, that's because of the fraud and money laundering investigation. They didn't go far enough. Why are you laundering money?
Yes.
Where is the fraud? And so they had to come back after these other allegations came out and they said, oh God, I'm sorry, we forgot the other half of our investigation.
Well, they literally stopped the investigation. Had they gone on and followed the money trail,
Right.
Department of Justice, I say it again and again, if it's not low-hanging fruit, if they can't go in and tie the case up in a month, or if there's any shot that they might lose, they're not going to do it. This is a great example of it. This should have been caught a long time ago. The same time they caught him for money laundering, same time they caught him for fraud. They should have continued the investigation. This story never should have developed.